Testicles. Yeah. Yep, this is good. That was so short. I didn't mean for this to be so short. Oh man, oh man, oh man. I didn't even I haven't even touched my food yet. I don't want to just steal content. But I do want to watch something. But when I'm watching something, I'm gonna eat something. And if I'm eating something, it's likely that I'm not gonna be able to talk. Yeah, whatever. No, not this again. Ew. Pretty generic. Testicles, testicles. Oh, I forgot the lid. Oh man. Oh, this is gonna be hot. Oh. There you go. I grabbed the spoon like a normal human being. Testicles, testicles. How's the music? Okay. Oh no, the noodle stretched. Not that I cared. I've never worried about noodle stretching because I know I can still eat it. I don't really have a preference when it comes to like stiff or soft noodles. Morning, Betty. I mean, not necessary. We don't have to talk about him. But I need interesting titles that people will click into, okay? You may not find it interesting, but the majority does. Ah, welcome back in, Ivy. Been brushing up on a lot of this guy though, the Mr. Girl one. There's just a lot of content. Yum. 7 a.m., huh? When did I set that title? I don't remember. It was like weeks ago, isn't it? I don't know why I set it to that. But just considering didn't get many people coming in, The issue is that, exactly that, isn't it? So Betty's gonna go to... There's no translation for Taishikan? Just government building. But what exactly is happening? Taishikan. That's where my mom and I used to go to often to get her PR. But she went there often. I don't really remember the details. Embassy, there we go. Yum. Oops. This is Korean noodle. Forgot the cheese powder. Jelly and I, now that I mentioned Korea, Jelly and I were discussing something that we don't often discuss the other day. No, not other day. Last night actually. It was about race. And you know, Japanese history. Like when you're talking to a person, you know, from China or Korea, you don't want to talk about Japanese history. You really don't want to get into that. That is a no-no zone when it comes to topics. But it's like there was a lot of war crimes, you know? And apparently Korea and China is upset over the fact that Japan is trying to apparently erase that part of the history. You know, like a lot of things that happened in between the Asian countries and Japan during World War. They're apparently trying to erase all of that. And I haven't done my research yet. Inge, Wedge, welcome back in. And I would like to go to Japan. Betty apparently is going to Japan. That's interesting. That's exciting. Betty, you're married, right? It still counts as you being married. And yes, Flakes is in. Did I say hello to Flakes? In my head, I said hello to Flakes. God, so much you've missed, Flakes. Did you watch the last stream? Did you watch it all? There were so many bombshells. There were so many turns and twists. Life's weird. Oh, sorry, I was like halfway through. The reason why we got to the topic was because of this YouTuber that I watch often, a Japanese one. He often takes in calls from people that are having problem trying to sort out their own problems. And he receives calls, he tries to solve it in that same phone call. And there was a place that he visited. It's a resort, and apparently there's a temple that is built, like Japanese temple, jinja, that displays images of BTS, a huge one, tapestry actually, and they painted the red gate thing purple. What, Hiroyuki Wedge? No. I'm talking about Kore Kore, baby. I'm talking about Kore Kore, baby. I think he's an equivalent to a drama YouTuber in Japan. He only reports on news that involves YouTubers or small-time celebrities and, you know, issues that are concerning to his fans. But most of the time it turns into a big problem in the end whenever he picks it up. Right. Ah, Betty's not married yet. I see. Couldn't do it without going to the British Embassy in person in Tokyo. Right. So she no wifey yet. Yeah, Jelly no wifey yet. But we're getting there, eventually. Right, no problem, Peach. Go eat that dick. Go eat it. Right, we're just saying depends on if it's a Buddhist temple or Shinto temple. Shinto. Definitely Shinto. Right? So, 3 factors. 1, this person who built it probably didn't get permission from BTS, right? So the reason why that's important is because he's monetizing the visits. So whenever, apparently there's conditions to this too, like for the visitation. Whenever you want to visit the temple, you have to be staying at that specific resort that's being built on, that the temple has been built on, right? So you have to stay at that resort, and you also have to pay on top of that 2,000 yen in order to have permission to visit this temple. Oh, Wedge was responding to Flex. Okay, I'm just half asleep, don't worry about me. Yeah, so ginger, yes. You know how you spell ninja? Replace the first N with J. Easy. Alright, what is this copy paste? It's time to stop this superiority, bullshit nonsense, bumcrap, pee poo, yuck, wuck, fuckness. You need to stop acting Japanese. You're an old person who has lived in the bumfuck outback your whole life. Okay, accept it. You're white. Nah, I don't think so. It's a little hard for me to do that. There's the outside factor, okay? Okay? Flakes, that's your privilege talking, okay? That's you being ignorant, okay? Don't project this on me, okay? Just because you want to be something else, just because you want to add spices to your food, just because you want to have a bath, huh? Should I go further? Alright, so I haven't checked in with Ivy. Should I be checking in with Ivy? Actually, questions to white people. I got a question. Specifically to people with pale complexion who also happens to be, you know, of Neanderthal descent. plus. Okay. No, just saying, you know. I didn't check in with you today, so let me know if you need checking in. Right? So yeah, I'm talking to the Neanderthal descent. I am also addressing two people who happens to what's a good way to phrase it? Happens to genetically be considered white. I did that well, I think. See how easy it is to not use the C word? The C word. Alright. Okay. I still don't know how to phrase the question properly. Yeah, that's simpler. Do you wanna know what real racism feels like? Have you ever felt racism? Oh goodness, took a while. Welcome back. Stop acting like it's your whole fucking identity. Being different is your whole fucking walking personality. Stop acting like it matters when you have no fucking walking culture. How many Asiana are even in the bumfuck outback anyways? Outback? You have lived between three cultures since you were born, fucker. A quick cling to Japanese. Oh, sorry. Trendy Japanese kawaii desu ne. Hello Kitty Shinkansen, you fucking bigot. Right. So yes. Okay. Hold on. Finally, I got something to eat. But what I'm saying is, bigot. Is there I to it? Bigot. No, I think it's when it's read first, it sounds like a git. Doesn't it? Well, that's what I do. Peach lost 100 followers but gained 100,000 likes. The TikTok, I hear a lot of complaint coming, like out of TikTok, about TikTok. I don't think TikTok was supposed to be reliable. It was supposed to be like a taste of something, right? That taste of content, and then you move on to the next. It's like you going around these stores to just sample. It's not the full meal. Isn't that what TikTok should be? Okay. Flake is saying, okay, but no one said anything about Japan. Yeah, because I was linking it to the conversation I was having about Korea with Jelly. Korea and China. And Japan. I was talking about the history. It involves Germany too, okay? There's more to it. Just because you weren't listening. What can I do about that? You weren't listening. I said something about Japan. It's alright, Flakes. Wait, Flakes, are you getting a lag? 1% Neanderthal according to my dad's DNA test, says Flakes. Yeah, I know I'm one of those no one. I know. Akka said the same thing too. No one cares. I've been getting a lot of that lately. Hi, girl. Welcome back in. I know. I'm a no one. I know. I gets. Girls of the Anki, huh? There we go. At least one of you guys will be interested in that. Very excited about that, huh? Immediate. Mm-hmm. Wait, Ignora happens? What else did you say? What else did you say though? Alright, Peach is saying, I've watched a couple of thousand hours of Korean variety shows. Yeah, Koreans never forget. And in one show they said Japan is hiding what happened in the past. There's an island in Japan where they used Korean people to mine for them. Yeah. Slavery. Like all kinds of shit. And Guru's saying, I'm not nearly weeby enough to get to Betty or Anki's level. Which his name is Anki. I know. No one said anything about Japan. I was just trying to talk about what happened last night. It literally has very little to do with Japan. I can't say there's nothing to do with Japan. Because we were talking about Japan. Then it does kind of relay back to me though. Jelly and I were talking about the hate, right? It's kind of similar to what like Americans are going through right now, or white people, if we generalize it enough. Of how the newer generation doesn't feel like they're responsible, I guess, for the injustices that I guess the black race is currently experiencing in America, right? Because black people aren't like entirely compensated for the things that happened in the past, but I mean, the generations moved on so far that people who used to whip are no longer, or almost no longer alive. Who knows? There might be someone that is still alive. Like, so should we talk about the Chinese slavery that happened in America and how female Chinese people were banned from immigrating there because they were seen as indecent? No, but hold on. Hold on. But is it as bad as what Japan did? I don't know about it being worse. Alright, Peach is saying, I think I think that if everyone keeps hiding history from their own people, wouldn't history just repeat itself because they would think that it would be a new thing? That's the thing. I don't know anything about that. I don't know what Japan removed in terms of like, you know, like what happened in that war. Right, so Ivy's saying, like, worst day of her life is when she hurt her ankle and couldn't play soccer and then stabbed them. Ah, right. Are we role playing? Is that what's going on? Alright, Wedge, you know what? Learn a different language. Go ahead. Do it. Wait, Flakes is blocked since when? What was the point that I was trying to get at? Oh, right. Yeah, cause I've noticed that Jelly like already formed an opinion before, you know, because she read something that made her mad, and it had something to do with Korean people, and how I don't know. There was an article about how Korea made some violation during Winter Olympics. Not North Korea, South Korea, by the way. Yeah. Apparently there was a collision that happened, and something about like other countries accusing South Korea for like not following the rules and actually causing accidents. Like from what I've seen in the video so far, there's been like 2 times in the past, not just 2022, where the participants kind of pushed the other participants, you know, the South Korean participants. Alright, so Wedge is washing up, no problem. And Flakes is begging for a Japanese class, And Ivy was role-playing Mighty, gotcha. You know, I completely forgot about that part though, about stabbing uncle part. I forgot that was a thing. So yeah, that kind of conversation was happening at the same time. I think like a lot of like celebrities in South Korea showed support, and I don't know what they're expressing support for though. Jelly was saying it was for Winter Olympics, but what specifically are we talking about? That's what I'm wondering. Like, for the fact that they're participating in Olympics, so you have to support your own team, your own country, or are they commending the Olympians for, you know, like cheating? And Annie, welcome back in. I look like a victim from a crime show, huh? It works well, doesn't it? Ow. I'm still eating. I'm getting there. Guro's flexing iced coffee. So apparently that news is exactly why a lot of like internet commentators, let me be specific with that, because I don't think majority of Chinese people are on the phone, you know, on the internet. But yeah, whoever found out about that news has a very strong opinion on South Korea. And right now, you know, Japan and South Korea is not doing too good in terms of like the wiping away the history thing. So to get to the point, I noticed that there's a lot of opinions forming around what happens when one person does something on behalf of their own country, their individual choice that they made, English, that triggers a lot of people from outside the country to hate them. Like says, I had a dream where I fell in love with Jeff from Community to get over my heartbreak of Haz, who had left because he changed personalities. I think he was in an accident. Okay, very dramatic. Very dramatic. Fascinating. Watch it, Wedge. Watch it, Wedge. Watch it, lol. It wasn't dramatic in the dream. It was like Jeff loved me and he was like, I don't even know you. Okay. Still dramatic. You're dramatic in that dream. Imagine. Right, so Ivy had a salad, toes are moonwalking on Yamam. And Ivy, you said that you said something important, but Ignora happened. I'm gonna go back and read. Going back and reading, it's pronounced bigot. I always read it as by get. Okay. Right, so illiterate, obviously. Don't check in with me in public, it's top secret. Have I even missed a single message yet? I feel like Ignora never happened. Ignora never happened. Ignora was never a thing. I kept up. Oh, excuse me. Long story short of what I wanted to say about last night's conversation with Jelly is that people who suffers the most from these Olympians and representatives that makes mistakes on behalf of their own country, people who suffers the most out of that is the people who are from that country and is living in a different territory, aka this situation with the Winter Olympics and South Korea, aka people who is from South Korea, who's living in Japan, who's living in China, and is having a great life until that kind of shit happened and people are so quick to jump to conclusions. Just because one person cheat, suddenly all South Koreans are bad. What's up with that? What's up with that, huh? Yeah, Annie. Don't worry about it. There wasn't anything that's being said within the conversation, so I thought maybe I should bring up what I did last night. The reason why I missed out on sleeping more. I should apologize in advance for Ignora. But just in case, I'm sorry. See, Ignora happened. I just ignored Ivy. Ivy says it's okay. We know that Ignora will eventually happen, so we mentally prepare for it. There we go. See, I didn't ignore that time. Wedge says, I hate people who assumes a whole nation is the same as a bad one. Bad person who happens to be from that country. Yeah, it's the rotten apple, innit? Fuck the police, am I right? I don't know. No, it's the people that has very little interaction. No, it's the brain cell thing, isn't it? Because even if you're an extrovert, you can be that, you know, that American flag swinging douchebag who is like I don't know, like you love America so much that you're telling all the foreigners to get out kind of people, you know? Because in their head they're always bad because of what they heard. Alright, so I care. I'm paying attention. Not even a frame we've lost so far. And yeah, Annie, can I just say, I appreciate you coming back, by the way. It's been like a year and then you pop back in. Still haven't forgotten about us. That's good. Right. So yeah, Flakes is off to Animal Crossing land. There we go. It's almost like when I first bought Skyrim. I went to a game store. Is that what you call them now? Yeah. And I saw Skyrim on sale. It was like 2 years after release, and I immediately told my friend, "I'll see you next year." And that's what happened. Right? And Wedge needs to wash his mouse pad. There's a mushy sound if it's the song. Oh, right. I don't think there's any mushy sound. I haven't been chewing. Is there a mushy sound? Oh, maybe when I'm like stirring? Is that it? Do you not stir your food? What the fuck? It says I played Skyrim for the first time when I was like 7, and I remember getting to the first dungeon and I couldn't figure out the puzzle where you have to put the animal symbols in order. You know what though? That shit was subtle. That shit was so subtle. Like, if I didn't remember, you know, like moving the claw around and like seeing all those symbols, I wouldn't have figured it out if it wasn't for my curiosity. Like, I wouldn't have known that the animal symbol like was related to whatever that claw had. Ivy's saying, yeah, it's supposed to be water sound, but it sounds disgusting. I stir, but not in people's ear. Is it that close? Is that better? No, I have the mic close because I'm not trying to talk or shout out loud. You're lucky I'm not slurping. Yeah, I want to do Skyrim as well. It's just I got too many games to catch up to. Plus, I am enjoying Extraction. Maybe I should play it while that trend is still happening. Because no one likes a dead server, right? Ivy almost fell asleep. But there's no ASMR happening, I think. Is it the music? Because I can't hear anything sloshy. Buddy Pass ends on 27th. Well, I guess Koma should hurry then. Look, take a load of this. Take a load of this. Get a load of this. I already fucked that up. Get a load of this. Flakes doesn't know what Skyrim is, guys. Get a load of this Nintendo gamer. This family friendly ass. I'll sue you if you play my game on video ass. Switch has 2 controllers, so I get to play with my friend's ass. Maybe you should, Wedge. Maybe you should. Is it going to be a Japanese stream? No, take a lot of this shouldn't be normal. Like, it's too formal, you know? It's almost like, please take a piece of paper rather than get a piece of paper, you know? It's not right. Oh, Flakes is Switch Lite. It's supposed to have 2 controllers, but because I can't afford 2 controllers, instead I get the one that is like directly connected to the console looking ass. How about that? You've tried. Very hard. Alright, so we're just saying I'm not playing Skyrim in Japanese, that would be too weird. You know what though? I get that. I feel like a lot of medieval games shouldn't be translated at all, in my opinion. maybe subtitles, maybe. Annie's saying, other day I was helping my uncle clean his basement and I found a CD of games. It has 1,500 games. You know what? My cousin's dad had a lot of those, but like illegally downloaded onto CDs, and you can play it on Xbox. And there was like a whole like files and files of them. Flakes was a lonely individual when she bought Switch Lite. Right, so we're not calling it Scrum, we're calling it Skyrim. Yeah, so we're just saying, I guess it would be fine if not dubbed over, but with mods and shit, they're not gonna be translated, so it's gonna be a mix of English and Japanese, and that's not fun. Oh, that's why. Okay. It breaks the immersion, does it? What's a Super Nintendo? What's that? Annie's saying, yeah, that file thing was there too. That file thing too was there. I don't think it makes a whole lot of difference if I read it wrong or right, but okay. There you go, there you go. Yum. I spent an hour trying to finish this ramen. Too easy. Too easy. And who said I finished it? I did not. Oh, hi, Mark. I'm sad that the room meme is over. It's a shame. Yeah, do cello. Go ahead. I am going to talk about stuff that I'm supposed to be talking about. Oh, I recognize Famicom. Yeah, okay. It's the gray one. Gotcha. Because I don't know the English names. There was yeah, 64 is 64, isn't it? I played that often. I never owned that gray one, the previous generation, but I used to play it a lot with a friend, like in the neighborhood. Oh god, there was like so many dramas. So where where I used to live in Japan, Melon, sorry, my mom, I called her by her name, yeah, because I feel like I'm talking to friends, you know, yeah. My mom used to be friends with, not used to, oh yeah, used to, yeah, they're not friends anymore, yeah, with, like 2 more Filipino neighbors, and there's like, I think, about 7 houses in the block. And 3 of them is occupied by Japanese people, and the other 4 is occupied by Filipinos. So yeah, there's a small Filipino community like gathering there, right? And the friendship would cycle between the 3 housewives. Technically my mom is, you know, a housewife too, although she works. Actually no, it doesn't make any sense. But yeah, there's a housewife and there's another housewife who are both Filipino, and there's my mom, right? So my mom would be friends with one of them, and the other one would be like an outcast for a while, like for like 2 months, and then suddenly those 2 neighbors are friends and my mom becomes an outcast for some reason. And there's a lot of bickering that happens in the middle, right? And then the other neighbor becomes friends with my mom, and the first friend becomes an outcast. It was so toxic. Now that I think about it. Alright, what'd you say? If there's one thing I never know in Japanese, it's the Japanese names for Pokemon. Right, okay, so yes. Just in case people didn't figure that one out, it's a joke. Had to give that pause. Okay, so yes, we were living in that kind of community, okay? And I think one of the neighbors' kid that I was friends with, you know, because for some reason, not for some reason, but yeah, all of them seems to have kids of similar age, right? And I was playing a game with this one neighbor who owned a Famicom, the gray one. And it's 2-player game of this guy with a sword and another guy with a sword, and we just go around in bird's eye view and just hit things. And that was the kind of game that we used to play. And then I remember being so afraid to see the other neighbor's kid who is like a little older than us and who was an outcast at the time. For some reason I was told not to talk to them. so I was trying not to talk to them, but he came around like nothing's wrong, and then he made a comment because he was eavesdropping. He made a comment on what I said, but like out of jealousy. I forgot what he said. Fuck, damn it. But anyways, he came around and he came to visit. Okay, so this guy also was notorious for stealing other people's shit. This neighbor's kid. He would visit and stuff would go missing. Melon backwards is melon, everybody. Did you know that? Had to read that out. Yeah. So, actually his brother too. He's like 3-year-old, 4-year-old. I forgot the age. Yeah, but the brother young as that is also stealing shit, and the mother would defend him to death. even if she knows she never bought that game for them. Like, whenever they steal a console, like Game Boy, or whenever they steal a game, the mother would defend them to death when you confront them. And then drama would start, and that person would be outcasted. Now that I think about it, it might be that experience that made me form an opinion on what, you know, these communities are like friendships in general. I feel like it's just something that breaks and then reattaches every single time, and for some unknown reason. I never really found out what happened. What happened? Moms sound like a good best friend. Wait, which one? It really does depend on the mom though. You know, that woman who was defending their children, even if they stole something, she would defend them, right? As mothers should, I guess, and then scold them later. But yeah, it's just admit. My goodness. My mother even engraved my own name onto these like cassettes, the games, at the back of them, because you know, she knew that would happen again, and it happened, and it was proven. But for some reason, they bought the game yesterday. Huh? Fascinating. The scratches were there, they say. It's an engraved name, so they literally just grabbed scissors and like scratched my name off. What a coincidence that the scratches are placed in the same area where my name used to be. Fascinating. Fascinating. Right, Annie's saying, I can't understand my mom. My neighbor called me bitch and my mom is friend with her now. Okay. No, I'm like, meh, whatever. What the fuck? But why? Why were you called a bitch? What have you done, huh? What did you do? How you doing? Oh, excuse me, goodness. Oh, sweet Jesus, there's a fire. Ain't nobody got time for that. Oh, you were just passing by and you got called a bitch? I'd like to believe there's a reason to everything that people do, right? Whether it be you doing something or they're just having a bad day. I like to think people are doing something for a reason. I want to find out why though, and if it's just because, you know, they were having a bad day and they took it out on me, I'ma take them out. How about that? Huh? How about that? Let's go with that, huh? I'ma take them out for taking it out on me.
One resident describes her horrifying experience when she first realized the complex was on fire.
Well, I woke up to go get
It's so quiet.
and then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life. And then the smoke got her. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time.
Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got
getting
time for
brighter.
that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Well, I woke up to go give me a cold pop.
Oh, Anki hasn't started yet?
Barbecuing. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Then I ran out. I didn't grab.
Oh? This is not uploaded by Shimoyoho? Oh, that's interesting. I thought Shimoyoho was the one. I wonder what happened. Is it copyright? Did Shimoyoho let it go? Oh shit.
LAZYPEACH Salungguhit gifted Ani Salungguhit
Salungguhit.
004A subscription.
Gracias.
LAZYPEACH Salungguhit gifted 8 tier isang sub to Ani Salungguhit
No worries, Wedge.
004.
Cello away.
They have given
Oh, shit.
29 na gift subs in the channel. LAZYPEACH Salungguhit
I can't
gifted
suck your
Red Guru
dick
a
too deep,
subscription.
Peach.
LAZYPEACH
If I keep saying thanks,
Salungguhit
thanks,
gifted
thanks,
8
thanks,
tier
then that's
isang
gonna be
sub
the
to
entire
Red Guru.
stream.
They have
Thank you,
given
Peach.
30 gift subs in the channel.
Right. Right, so Flakes just came back from Animal Crossing and is going back, I'm assuming. Anybody got time for that? I'm climbing in your windows, I'm snatching your people
Terrifying
up.
moments for a woman who woke up to a strange man in bed with her. The woman screamed. Her brother rushed in to help and tried to fight the offender off. That break-in happened early this morning in the 500 block of Webster Drive in Huntsville. WFF 48's Elizabeth Gentle caught up with the victim. Elizabeth,
God, the
emotions
TV
were
used to
running
be a
high.
square.
And Mark, the woman, the victim, tells us that a man broke into her house and tried to rape her. Her brother went in and he tried to help her out, but the man got away, leaving behind
no.
though, evidence of his visit. Kelly Dodson was asleep with her little girl inside their apartment on Webster Drive when
I was attacked by some idiot from out here in the projects.
Dodson says her attacker used a garbage can to climb onto the unit's ledge, opened the upstairs window, and then he got in bed with her.
He tried to rape me. He tried to pull my clothes off.
Dodson struggled with her attacker, knocking over items in her bedroom.
Oh, shit.
Antoine Dodson heard his sister scream and ran to help.
Well, obviously, we have a rapist in Lincoln Park. He's climbing in your windows. He's snatching your people up, trying to rape them. So y'all need to hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husband because they raping everybody out here.
The attacker got loose and went out the upstairs window, but he did leave something behind.
We got your T-shirt. You done left fingerprints and all. You are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
A crime scene investigator photographed and dusted for prints on the lid of the garbage can and the window pane and ledge. Dodson says he's never seen the perp before, but sends this warning to whoever is responsible.
You don't have to come and confess that you did it. We're looking for you. We gonna find you. I'm letting you know now, so you can run and tell that, homeboy. He's climbing in your windows. He's snatching your people up, trying to rape them. So y'all need to
Hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife.
and hide your husband because they raping everybody out here. You don't have to come and confess. We're looking for you.
We'll come find you, we'll come find you.
You can run and tell that, run and tell that.
Run and tell that, homeboy, homeboy.
We got your T-shirts and the left fingerprints and all. You are so.
Go ahead, Annie. What is this link for? I was just checking this out because memes and nostalgia. Right, let's see.
You take some chocolate and some lobster and some eggs and some pie, and then you mix it in your body, shit it all out. You take some chocolate and some lobster and some eggs and some pie, and then you mix it in your body, shit it all out. You take some chocolate and some
Is this
eggs and some pie, and then you mix
Alex
it in your
Jones?
body, shit it all out. You take some chocolate and some lobster and some eggs and some pie, and then you mix it in your body, shit it all out. You take some chocolate and some lobster and some eggs and some pie,
Right.
and then you mix it in your body, shit it all out.
Good background music. We'll keep that around. So yeah, what can we talk about? What's your life like? I've realized that there was something that interested me a lot. Like, if you look at the title of today's stream, it's Dr. K in therapy, right? The reason why that's interesting me so much is because of misunderstanding between one person and another person and the definition of therapy. I think misunderstanding is so fascinating. I think like two debaters are not being able to communicate well because one feels strongly about something and the other feels opposite. No, they feel strongly about something that is opposing to their idea, and a debate happens where they just keep arguing, shouting. I always found that fascinating, how people would misunderstand each other. So that's why I watch these stuff. Did she get separated from her partner? Who? Wait, what's this about? Misunderstanding. Right. Yeah, I mean, she was never Mrs. Understanding. I don't know about understanding being married though already. I'd say not. Maybe not. This is some magical stuff. What was I gonna say? It's okay, Pete. If I laugh, I'll ruin it, so don't worry about that. Don't worry. Don't worry. Quick question. Will being tased during sex electrocute both people? There you go. While I'm talking about, you know, stuff about misunderstandings. Is that a real thing? I think... Oh, I don't know. Like, taser only affects the person who's being shot, right? I'm sure someone tried, Peach. I'm sure someone did. I would not be surprised. I'm sure. Oh boy. Anybody got time for that? Oh, so quiet. There you go. What was I gonna say? Oh, I'm not entirely awake yet. Like, that conversation yesterday lasted for like 2 hours. Hi Wave, welcome back in. Wave, why do you debate? Why do you debate? Congrats, Flakes. Congrats. Congrats. What build are you going for, though? What do you mean, what the fuck type of question is that? It's pretty straightforward, isn't it? You just enjoy the conflict? Alright, Peach is saying, so if the man is constantly getting shocked and his pee-pee enter the hole, would the person with the hole also get electrocuted too? You know, like, sorry Flakes, like, the build I'm talking about is like, what kind of theme you're going for your island? You know? Yeah, wait, why is it fun for you? Why do you find debates fun? That's what I'm asking. Background music is Disney vibes? Agreed. Agreed. So, okay. So the reason why I was asking that question, right? The, you know, will being tased during sex electrocute both people is because when, you know, when a person, from what I've seen with the police, you know, like training videos, there's two people holding this one person who's gonna get tased, right? And the tasing happens, both don't get electrocuted. But what I'm thinking is, if two people become one and inserts themselves into each other, there's like fluid that is surrounding these body parts, and I feel like the electricity will go through. I think that's what would happen. Because now the P hole is connected to the V hole through like conduction. Wave is on a completely different topic, and Annie's just sitting there asking if it's about marriage. No, it's about tasing. You know what tasing is, Annie? The electric gun. Yeah, so Peach was saying the same thing, right? Blake says, I restarted today. Blathers will be there tomorrow. Very excited. Can't decide, but I think quaint town, not tiny village or big city. Okay. Can you even have big city? Like, all the building seems, you know, pretty basic. Right? Alright, so Annie, I'm talking about man and woman, man and man, woman and woman becoming one and being tased in that moment. Hi Akalaka, welcome back in. Alright, so Betty doesn't like her passport photos, and Flakes is saying my goal on previous island was to unlock construction tool to put palm trees on the main island, and immediately got bored because my execution was bad and layout was bad. Okay. But it's not. Wait, Flakes, when you say big cities, it's not like it's not like skyscrapers, right? Like previous games had Nook's Cranny to be like a department store in it. SDFB, welcome back in. Cough right back at ya. Betty, I think it's the lighting, because it lights up your entire profile. So the angling, also the lens and everything. Oh yes, indeed, yes. Yes, I did get a haircut. Thank you very much, SDFB. Thank you. Thanks for noticing. Thank you very much. If no one's gonna bring in topics, I'm gonna start discussing what the title says in this live stream. Right, so Wave is now questioning why he debates. You should know this. You do it because it's fun. Okay, why is it fun? Do you just enjoy being in the conflict of it all? Like, do you actually enjoy having a person that agrees with you debating you about this, or like people who disagrees? Is it the satisfaction of convincing them? Lazy Peach, thank you very much, and SDFV, congratulations. Congrats.
Gifted 80-year isang sub to STFV 123.
23?
They have given 30
Mutupatlo?
subs
Okay.
in the channel.
Hit the dab, guys. So Wave, you're just doing it because it feels right? You gotta figure that out, you know? Like, especially if you're a debater, you should be able to explain your point properly. Thank you very much, Peach. You're spoiling me. And Betty, congratulations.
Gifted 80-year isang sub to Betty Bosch.
Flags is saying, I think
32 gift subs in the channel.
I think people use art and vending machines to look like skyscrapers in the distance. And that's kinda lame. So up close you can kinda tell that it's not a skyscraper. Well, who am I to complain, right? Who am I to complain? Hmm. Of course the cum splat. Of course. Annie's looking for ghost stories? You want ghost stories? Is that what you're asking for, or are you just trying to follow what we're talking about? Like, you gotta be able to find a reasoning. It helps you understand yourself more, your own weaknesses, your own capabilities. And he's looking for ghost stories. You know what? I'm not that into like ghost stories anymore. I used to be. When I was like 14 or something. 14, 15. I was like all over that shit. But nowadays, I get pretty lethargic when it comes to like, you know, horror movies with ghosts in it. Or people, you know, feeling superstitious and saying that, you know, they can feel something in the air. I'm just sitting there usually just entertaining them, I guess. Just going along with it. Yeah, Peach, thank you very much. The chat box looks very colorful now. I appreciate. Alright, Wave says if I can't answer this, maybe it's time to quit. It's that easy? Then you don't actually enjoy this then. Yeah, Peach is saying, I just started this cute J-drama called Wakakozake. Okay. I want to know more. Yeah. SDFE says, Peach is very nice, he should get a promotion. I agree. Right, and Aka is saying, Shai says ghost stories, but really he's talking about creepypasta. Am I? I used to listen to creepypasta while I'm trying to sleep. Because it actually bores me. Like, I get so disinterested. Is that the word? Or uninterested? I listen to it and I fall asleep, so I use that to my advantage. Right. So Flakes is gonna restart. I thought you already restarted. Do it. I restarted. Aka, I dare you to fall asleep to this stream. Yeah, SDFE says, well, today I'm not gonna be on for long because I'm sick and it's late. I understand. Rest well, SDFE. He's coughing, everybody. Aka is saying, I always watch this before bed. Yeah. I mean, that's the targeted time, right? And like the time range is also somewhat similar too anyway. Like nighttime, nighttime, daytime, daytime. Why do you watch live streams, Aka? Like, how did you end up here? Peach is saying it's about a lady office worker who goes out after her job and discovers new foods and restaurants. It's very nice seeing her enjoy. Oh, I think I know that one. Is it the one from the anime? Oh, there's a lot of like food shows from the anime. I'm talking about the one that is like they add these like anime elements to shows that are so unnecessary. Like, you know, the person becoming small because they're enjoying the food or something. Or just over sexualizing the reaction. I hate that shit. Like, it's cringe. It hurts me inside. I'm dissing the show that you apparently like so far, right? Alright, okay, so Annie's saying the room is becoming brighter. It should be that. Yeah, it should be happening. Aka is saying, I honestly can't remember when I started watching Twitch. But nowadays, it's literally about finding half-decent people to spend time with. Really pathetic, don't laugh. I mean, it's hard to do that in real life anyway. because there's just so many risks that comes with meeting new people, you know, getting to know them, finding out that you don't like them, avoiding them for the rest of your life. You can't go back to the same place to find new people anymore. there's just so many work that goes through when it comes to like human interaction outside of like online. Like, it's easy to ditch people, I think, when it comes to online. Wave is saying, I love debating, doing the research, talking about the feeds, scaling the feeds, and then debating the topic with my opponent. It's all great and it makes me feel hype. Right. So you do it for the satisfaction. I see. I see. Yeah. I get that. Alright, so Flakes uninstalled the game, can't function without it. Excuse me. Right, SDFV was complimenting Peach. Nice to see. And is off to bed. Okay, rest up. Yeah, thank you very much for popping in. Catch you next time. Watch a lot of JoJo. Alright, let's see. Yeah, positivity is rare in my chat box. I can't say it's a good thing, or also can't say it's a bad thing. Right, so Akko is saying, now I'd really like to meet people in real life. People just dislike me, which is fair. I don't know what that means though. Why though? Akka, why though? Oh, you know what? I haven't done this today. Sorry. I was supposed to have this available. This in-call thing. Everybody's welcome to join the live stream, discuss whatever they like to discuss. Watashi wa jiyu no mida or something. Says Akka. Akka's being a weeb, everyone. Caught in 4K. Alright. And he's saying, you can turn flashlight on by saying Lumos on mobile assistant. Okay. Oh, it's a Harry Potter reference. That's cute. It's not cool to like J.K. Rowling anymore. I don't know how easy it is to amplify an opinion online. You know, if you find the right crowd, you can kind of use them to like signal boost your opinion, virtue signal. Twitter is such an interesting place. It's almost like people just go on it to just get mad. That's what it feels like. Yeah, I think Reddit is somewhat similar too in a way. Alright, Peach is saying, my favorite J-drama is 16 years old. It's called Goksen. It's about a teacher whose family is a Yakuza. She's next in line for boss, but she wants to teach. It's funny, nice, and very touching. Live action and anime. I think the fight scenes are like a little, like, what do you call them? Like, the actress is not built for the fight scene, but I used to watch it a lot. Yeah, I like that show. I remember. Yeah, Wave, what games do you play? What are you into besides, you know, all the weeb ass nerdy shit? That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the ones outside of like Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff. Akka is saying, Shai, this is a super generic question, but I'm still curious. What the fuck are your hobbies? Like, what do you do? You know what? Nowadays, I think hobbies include definitely not on the content creation. Definitely not, because I just can't be fucked editing, I think. I like listening to people. I always like listening to people. And now that, you know, I got plenty of content on YouTube and Twitch, I always have something to do. I like I like how people would respond to questions. I like how like people would twist what they hear into something that they want to answer. Like all kinds of behavior that I can see that always surprises me. I like. Hi, moimasu. Well, we're not talking about that today, but you're welcome to talk about it. Welcome back in. Right, so Annie's saying, life isn't drama? Yeah, that's news to me. Betty says, this music making me way more comfortable than usual. Use more often? Oh, it's on random, so... Well, as long as you like it, I guess. Right. I mean, Aka, I didn't say watching people. I said listening to people. There's a clear difference. I don't care about what people, you know, does in their private time, obviously. Masu, congratulations, and Peach, thank you very much.
LAZYPEACH Salungguhit gifted a tier isang sub to Momaso. They have given 33 gift subs in the channel.
Yeah. And how you twisted what I said, I will still take it as a genuine response. And then the misunderstanding happens. Sometimes people joke about something and then another would take it offensive because you don't know them like that, right? Fair enough. Fair enough. Obviously, you know, if it's funny to be naked in front of your friends, you can't do that to strangers. Welcome back, Ivy. Is it an old man thing? Because I've always been this way. Since I graduated high school, since I went into that depressive state, like reliving people's words in my head was pretty much an only escape for me, you know? That's why I named the podcast Eavesdrop before. Because that's what it wanted. No, that's what I wanted it to feel like. You know what I mean? Yeah, Wave is saying I play COD, Apex, Minecraft, Ark, Lego, Lego games. Sorry, yeah, Master Duel, Halo, Doom, God of War, FNAF, and any other game. Yeah, you said that you had a console, right? PlayStation? What the dog doing is the question coming in from Annie. Let's see. So many emotes. Right, Aka is saying, I didn't call you an old man for being interested in who people are. I meant to comment on me recommending you to read more. Oh, did ya? Yo. I don't enjoy reading at all. I like using my ears more than... I don't even like audiobooks, to be honest. I think I lose interest. I don't want to listen to people's imagination. I like people's reaction. I like listening to people's reaction. Yeah, not what a person would imagine an interaction to be. I'm talking about like... I read more comics. Oh, Wave has an Xbox. Okay, not PlayStation. Gotcha. Okay, I think it's a fair assumption though. See how I'm backing up now? Because you're trying to characterize yourself as a terrible judge of character. That's a reaction that I like to look for in a conversation. Reading is for straight people, everyone. Can't relate. Wave says, I like reading. What the fuck? Well, that means you're straight. Good job. I think that's what it means. Congratulations. I'm happy for you. Actually, Masu, you got time? You want to talk about the thing? We got like less than 20 minutes to go, but you want to jump to the point? Alright, let's touch dicks to prove them wrong. Ew, what the fuck? But what if, says Aka. Alright, Moemasu has dyslexia, just listen to audiobooks. Yeah, I think I'll fall asleep if I listen to that kind of thing. Like, I don't really like prepared speeches or prepared scripts when it comes to my content. I think I like something that's more spontaneous. Oh god, man, I was watching this yearly event, this yearly show that takes place on TV in Japan. Their comedy is definitely something else, in my opinion. It's something that the West can't replicate. I think I was raised in the good generation, in my opinion. Alright, Wave is asking if... yeah, Wave, come in next time. I've been meaning to talk to Masu for a while about this certain topic that is titled on this stream today. And because nobody else is interested in it, I would like to discuss this with, you know, people who knows what's going on. Yeah, Masu, if you got time. If not, then Wave can come on, if interested. You play Wordle? What is that about? Like, I've seen the app. I've like installed it and I had a look and I saw all the rules and I got... like, I lost interest. I uninstalled it. Akai saying, damn, and here I was imagining you as the bottom of the BL shoujo manga, sitting in a cafe, pretentious book in hand, rain slightly clapping on the window, barista bringing you a ladder, and then the delinquent top walks in. Why am I always a bottom? Is it because I'm an empath? Is that why? Yeah, Masu, join any of the VC. There's only 2. Right. Like just saying, has his mom played it? So he played it back, and now I play versus my own mom, and it's like a family competition. Okay. Sounds nice. Right. Oh. Masu is in. Let's not waste time. It's already like 15 minutes to 7. Okay, give me a moment. Rock and roll. Maracas. Oh, ni hao.
Mosh.
Good eye, mate.
Yo. Hello, everyone.
Right, so your volume sounds great. That's
okay,
great.
Good.
Okay, so what were we gonna talk about?
I don't remember.
Right, so yes, it was something to do with Dr. K and Mr. Girl, and you said that you had something to say, but about what though? I'm just trying to remember that.
I don't...
Oh god.
Just generally, I don't agree with... I mean, he brings up certain points. Mr. Girl brings up certain points about what Dr. K does online that are pretty important, right? Like, what does it mean ethically in terms of laws, you know, for what's it called, like psychiatrists or mental health professionals or any kind of health professional actually, when it comes to ethics and how they interact with people who are not their clients. So that's something that I'm pretty okay with him bringing up. Because that's something that I've kind of questioned since the beginning when Dr. K comes on.
Yeah.
However, it seems that Mr. Girl doesn't... That's just his... that's not his Mont and Bailey, basically. Because, you know, I watched his video about Dr. K. And then I also went on and watched maybe like 5 to 6 hours of him doing like basically a press tour with other streamers.
Yeah, I'm just catching up to that.
And kind of like watching him explain himself to multiple different people as to why he, like the motivations behind why he's kind of going after Dr. K. And what it seems to me is that he doesn't really care about the ethics. What he cares about is attacking Dr. K. He has some kind of like moral framework that he's operating off of, and it doesn't matter too much about the laws or the harm that Dr. K might be doing to other people, or the ethics per those laws that he might be violating. Because there's a couple times, so he did this really good, or I think it's really good because it really showcases Mr. Girl's headspace. He did I think it's like a 3, almost 4 hour podcast with or like a guest with this streamer on Twitch called Not So Erudite.
Yeah.
And basically what came out of there was Erudite asked, okay, because up in the front, Dr. Girl kept explaining about, like he's violating ethics. These are things, ethics are there in place to protect people, all these types of things. And so Erudite posited the question, if an ethics board or whatever they're called reviewed Dr. K's like online content and decided that maybe instead of pressing charges or whatever they do against Dr. K, what if they decided that the ethics themselves have to change and that Dr. K was actually doing a service to people, and that maybe the ethics and the laws around ethics should change instead? And Dr. Girl said, I don't care about that. I would, if that was the case, I would also go after the ethics boards and not just Dr. K. So
I don't know
by
if
that
I remember
omission,
it like that.
Well, it's literally, I have a bunch of notes I can send you, but I didn't timestamp it. But he literally says this straight up. And so at that point, that's by his omission, he actually doesn't care about the ethics that he's flaunting in front of him. He basically just he has his own idea and his own principles, and that's it. The care harm thing that he's referencing is just a Mott and Bailey. So do you know what a Mott and Bailey is in terms of rhetoric?
No.
Okay, so it's a rhetoric tactic, right? I forget which is which, but basically a Mott and a Bailey is like a wall and then like a castle, right? And the idea is you say one thing, right, that's really kind of outrageous and inflaming, but then when pressed upon it, you kind of you jump back to a more reasonable what's it called, like position. His one is almost opposite, right? He puts up the reasonable thing first, and then he retreats. What he really wants is this crazy insane thing, right? Well, I guess it's not really, it's opposite. It's his true wish is just to crush like Dr. K, right? But what he'll say to other people is that, well, it's because he's not following ethics, right? And that's illegal. And if it's illegal, then he should be punished, right? But when pressed upon these ideas, like Erudite did, like say, okay, what if the laws end up changing? Or what if the ethics end up changing to more align with what Dr. K is doing? You would think that if he cared about if the ethics and the illegality of what Dr. K could be doing was his main contention with the type of content and the type of quote-unquote therapy that Dr. K gives, right? Then if the ethics would change to make that okay, then Mr. Girl would be okay with that as well. But instead, he's not. And he would go against the ethics board, and whatever governing body would then change the ethics. So he's really on some kind of, how do I say, like a moral crusade. And that makes me very suspect of him in general.
Okay. I want to know how you understand the situation. So explain to me as if I don't know what's going on. Like, what is happening with Mr. Girl and the accusation that he makes to Dr. K?
Okay, so my understanding of the history of it is that Mr. Girl didn't even know who Dr. K was until he started to go on Destiny's
Yeah.
stream, right? And through them, I think Melina referenced that, oh, you remind me of Reckful. And he's like, who the fuck is Reckful, right? And he looked up who Reckful was, learned that he's a pro gamer who committed suicide, but spent a lot of time with Dr. K, who was a therapist, right? Healthy Gamer GG. And so Mr. Girl started to look into Dr. K's content. And Mr. Girl, coming from a household of psychiatrists, I think, or psychologists, right? His father and his brother are professionals in mental health. And he has a not so layman understanding of how the industry works, right? I mean, he even has a degree in psychology, I believe he said, but he never pursued a profession in psychology or anything like that. And so through watching Dr. K's content, especially the stuff with Reckful, something rubbed him the wrong way. And Mr. Girl, okay, so this is just my own perspective. Mm-hmm. And this might sound kind of mean or whatever, right?
The most important part, yep.
When you're in high school,
mm-hmm.
and you're being exposed to all these like new ideas or whatever, there's always like a few kids, especially dudes who are like kind of good looking, that kind of like they read like one book on philosophy or like some kind of philosophy book. Maybe it's like, I don't know, Eastern philosophy or maybe European philosophy, and they start to bring out concepts of these types of these books they're reading, but they don't really they haven't really dived deep to really understand these things, but they can bring out these really nice sounding like terms or whatever. And then, they start talking about this all the time in like high school, and people start thinking to them like, wow, this person is so deep or whatever. But it's really that, that meme of I'm 14 and this is so deep, right? And these are the kind of people that, they kind of grow a cult of personality, not like really, really cultish, but that's one of the things that attracts like a lot of girls, a lot of other people to them. But whenever they're actually pressed on things, you realize that they haven't really thought about it. It's just this thing that they thought was cool, and they've kind of built an identity around that, right? And
right.
In my high school, it's kind of like a very interesting person. I played sports a lot, but I was also super nerdy, right? And also super smart, but also skipped class a lot. So I had a lot of contradictions going on. In high school, I was called the AP student by administration because I was simultaneously, for 3 years of my high school, half of my classes were advanced placement classes, but I was also on academic probation for all of those years because I skipped class, right, all the time.
Right.
And I met a lot of these kids that were like, these I'm 14 and this is so deep kind of dudes. And I got a kind of a bad rap for being a dickhead because being someone who liked to read philosophy, even at that time, I would kind of try and talk to these guys about these things. And it turns out that I would like just crush them with like simple questions, right? And I got this kind of rap of being like an asshole because, I'm just ruining things, right? And Mr. Girl reminds me so much of these types of guys. Like he feels that he has a certain identity. He's a little edgy. He talks about things in a certain way. He has people say that he's like unabashedly like open and candid, but it doesn't really feel genuine to me. It feels like it's something that he's gained success by using, but to get popular and to be kind of interesting. And instead of really diving into anything that he actually says with any merit, taking time to really digest these ideas, he just runs with things. And I think that's my gut feeling, is that this is what happens with Reckful. And because he has and Dr. K, and because he has a non-layman understanding of the industry of psychology, it's kind of his niche. And I'm not saying that he's doing this like purposefully, like it's super conscious that he's being super cynical about this. But anytime, say like Erudite, like asked him really interesting questions, right? I kind of pushed him on certain things. Okay, well, why do you think this way? Or, well, what if, she's trying to change the framing a little bit, and how come you can't see that? He literally just got angry at her. Like he couldn't explain himself. And he would just be like, no, you're wrong. And that's the end of the conversation. Like that's not the response you would assume to receive from someone who has taken the time to really understand where their like thoughts come from. This is just someone who is led by their emotion, right? And whether he understands it or not, I feel like that's what's happening.
I think I understand. Yeah, okay, so the reason why I said, like, I don't remember that conversation to be like that is because, it could be that I wasn't listening enough or properly. There's many aspects of that. It's just, how you describe Mr. Girl. I've been listening to the stuff that he does for a while now, and I'm starting to get that I don't think he's good at communicating his points well when he's being questioned on the spot. Yeah, I think he communicates better through like videos, when he had a look at the video itself and then edited it so that he's trying to so that he can successfully put his message across to the people. And what I gathered is that I don't think he's acting on the emotion that much. And I wish I could explain this better. It's just it might take a while, and I have to go soon. But I'm glad I got to hear that part, so that maybe I can put like a deeper thought into my own response, and then we can continue this next time maybe.
Yeah,
Please?
Sounds good, man.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I'd love to talk to someone about this, so yeah. Alright, thank you very much for coming on. I think Wave wanted to debate you on this, apparently. So yeah, maybe we can look forward to that next time as well. Alright, thank you very much for coming on.
Okay.
Alright,
thanks,
bye.
Ryan.
That was Masu, everybody. Yeah. Okay, so I wanted to know how Masu understood the situation, so that there's no miscommunication happening. Like, maybe there's some things that I could add to that. To be honest, I don't really know what to say at the moment, because so many things are just crossing my mind with so many things that was said. Yeah, Masu made a point. I just feel like, and this is a feeling from what I heard, and I have to re-listen to this just in case I missed something. Masu, I feel like you don't like Mr. Girl, because he resembles something. Isn't that what you said? You might be biased in terms of like how Mr. Girl forms his opinion or something. It's that I'm 14 and this is deep thing. I may not be understanding it well. I want to listen to it again, so I'm gonna listen to it again. Yeah, but no ill will. Just wanna review Erudite's video as well, just in case I'm misremembering something. Okay. And all the messages that were typed in the chat, to be honest, I didn't read all of it, but I will go back and read all of it. Don't worry, I got 8 hours to catch up on whatever we just discussed. So it's cool. Yeah. Master made a point. And I'd like to see Wave debating. I don't know what Wave can contribute though. Wave, how well do you know about this situation? Or maybe Wave's got some questions to ask. That might be a sight to behold, who knows. Okay, alright, ending it. I have to drive Jelly soon to her workplace, so yeah, thank you very much for watching thus far. I hate that the last minute became the most interesting part for me. I wish I could continue. Yeah, Catch you guys next time. Don't die, stay alive for those who love you and will love you in the near future. And of course, appreciate your surroundings. Be grateful to what be grateful for what you have. Alright, I'm gonna check you guys out next time. Bye bye everybody. Bye bye. Bye bye. Do you need a raid? I'm gonna... Ew, what the fuck? Yeah, it's this one, this one. Alright, are you guys ready? Hope you're ready. Is it happening? Oh, yep, okay. Bye.